Alright, so it has been 1 week of the new Seiko SNK809, and this is my kind of intermediate impression of the watch. I must say, I'm really impressed with this watch. There's so much happening here for such a small price, that thinking that before this watch, the price for this watch was around $50 is just mind-blowing. Um, so I've been using this watch every single day since I purchased it, and there's quite a few things that I would like to share. First of all, the timekeeping, it does it pretty good. Definitely there is some kind of small, maybe 520 plus minus 520 seconds. If you want to check it with the iPhone, for instance, or just any digital time, you'll see that it goes either in front or backwards by 5 to 20 seconds, but it's not a big deal because otherwise I think it was very precise. Another thing to note is that this watch, again, I don't know what kind of region you're going to get it from, but it has two languages for the day-date complications. So as you can see, Sunday in my case, again, it's highlighted with the red color. But apart from English weekdays and weekends, it also has the Spanish in my case. So when I was going to sleep, and I just look at my watch at around 11:30 or 12 o'clock, I started to see that the day, which is, let's say, the seventh, the number, it was already changed. But when I look at the weekday, I found that, hey, it seems like it was changing to the Spanish version. So it's like I had the translation of the current day in Spanish. And what happens here is that you have to configure the watch, as I understood, from 4 a.m. Between 4 a.m. and 8 p.m., if I'm not mistaken. That's because I just say if you want to use the Spanish one, you have to configure between 4 a.m. and 8 p.m. From what I read on the forums. And in the meantime, from I think 12 o'clock and until, I haven't really checked, maybe until 4 a.m., you have a Spanish name, so you have a Spanish translation. But then the day here, it goes back to the normal English. So the idea is that if you wake up, again, I haven't checked because usually I wake up after 7 o'clock. For me, it was always all right. But if I woke up in the middle of the night, I would have a Spanish date here, which was pretty interesting. So yeah, a couple of things to note. It's not broken, it's just the way it functions. And when I also check on the forums, the reason for that is that for such a kind of minimalistic tool watch, Seiko didn't really want to bother putting the instant day-date switch, and that's why there is this delay, basically just to save on the price. Since technically you don't need to know in instant what day it is. For just say if you know that yesterday it was Sunday, you know that, hey, if it's on Spanish, it means it's already moved to the next day, and then just wait until the early morning when it's going to change back to English. So pretty interesting quirk. And yeah, that's why many people might think that it's broken, but technically it's not. And of course the strap. My feedback of strap is gonna be exactly the same. So it's incredibly cheap, looks durable, but I doubt that this piece is going to survive too long, to be honest. Like, it looks very dodgy, and every time you put this watch, you see like this piece always kind of blocks the buckle, and if it's on your hand, it always gets a bit raised. So yeah, I doubt that this piece is going to stay too long. And apart from that, everything is fine. I like how you adjust the day and date. So again, you have two modes of the crown. If you take crown once you are in day-date mode, so if you rotate the crown clockwise, it's going to increase the day number, and then if you are going to rotate it anti-clockwise, you're going to change the weekday. So it's pretty cool, and they advise you not to change the day date, or I think even the time. No, time you can, but day date I think you can't when it's in the middle of the interchange. So as I said, let's say if it's 12 o'clock or 11 o'clock, so it's not going to be changed, the day is not going to be changed instantly, so it's going to be even stuck at some point on a black color, so in between, let's say, Sunday and Monday. And what the advice is not to change the date at that point, because I think it can damage the movement. But yeah, hey, why would you do it at that time? And yeah, that's the feedback. I absolutely love this watch. If I compare it to my previous Omega Speedmaster, I'm very impressed, because for such a fraction of the price, I'm getting the same skeleton back, where I can see the whole movement exposed. I even have again the day complication. In my Speedmaster I didn't have it, and hey, look at that, for a fraction of a price. And yeah, so feedback overall is great. So I'm very happy that I purchased this watch. I like all of the drawbacks, they're very small. Again, just 20 seconds per day, plus minus, fine, not a big deal. No instant date, also fine, not a big deal. It's light. The quality feels great on this watch, and again, for small wrists like mine, it also looks really, I would say, generous at some point. So yeah, look, I have a very thin wrist, and it's just perfect. When I had back my Speedmaster, it was a bit bigger, and I could even see lugs sticking a bit out. So yeah, it was a bit weird. But looking at Seiko, that's great. That's what you're looking for with the small wrists. So yeah, this is my current feedback. Let me know if you purchased this watch, if you made any mods, or you have any other feedback. And yeah, looking forward to see what it's gonna bring in the nearest future. So far, so good.